Have you ever gotten your animals from a pet shelter? Raise your hand. No, they came from friends. You did?
Actually, mine was, I saw pets there. I actually don't know where my pets came.
It's hard making that decision when you go in there because they're all in their kennels and they don't have much freedom at all to move around, right? Is that where you got yours from, Anna? Yeah. Well, I got my very first cat from a shelter too. And if you got yours in your house and it got that taste of freedom, it probably did things like this. Did it go and try and get your fish if you had a fish out of the fish bowl? Or maybe it did something like this right here. Sat and took up your favorite chair, left its hair all over the place, or even worse, scratched up your favorite chair, right? That actually did happen, right?
With another family.
Another family's, yes.
Technically, my dad had 3 cats and 2 dogs.
Technically, your dad has 3 cats and 2 dogs.
He does. I think he has 4 cats.
4 cats. Well, and they probably did some of these things here, right?
Yeah.
They got that taste of freedom and they go, this is what I'm going to do.
It did the last thing.
It did the last thing, scratched on the furniture.
Cat actually does sit on it.
We have to teach them, don't we, right? To do the right things.
He even sits right next to the kitchen door.
Right next to the kitchen door, probably waiting for you to come home.
He's outside.
How about a dog? Y'all said that you had a dog. When you brought that dog home, did it? Whoops, wrong one. Let's go to the bottom one first here. Did it dig up the yard trying to? Yes.
No, I didn't. Actually, I wasn't even born yet.
You weren't even born yet? Okay. Does it howl and bark all night long?
No.
Oh, yeah.
Megan yells all night.
I've never had a dog before, but I have neighbors that have dogs and they do that.
Yells all night.
And what about knocking you down just because they want to give you a lot of kisses, right? No. They got that taste of freedom and they wanted to do what they wanted to do.
My dog doesn't know how to play.
Your dog doesn't. You have to teach it. And basically, that's what we're talking about today as being Christians. Jesus Christ gave us that freedom by dying on the cross. He gave us that freedom over death and sin. But we can't act the way we want to act once we become Christians, can we? We can't be jealous. We can't be mean. We can't do things like that, right? Just the same way that we need to train our animals to do a good job because they can't do it without us. We can't do it without Jesus. And that's what that freedom is that we have when we become Christians, right, guys? That we can do what Jesus wants us to do. He wants us to live for him, love him, and be a good neighbor, right? All right, guys, thanks for joining me this morning. All of God's children said, amen. Thanks.